All right, let's talk a little bit about appraisals because I get this question often. An appraisal is simply an opinion of value that an appraiser prepares on your behalf. So an appraiser, when he goes out and inspects the property, they're going to do two things. Number one, make sure that the property that you're buying is worth what you're paying for. And number two, make sure that the property is in, quote, livable condition. Okay. Now, on average, that appraisal fee can vary, right? It is the third neutral party that's going to be performing this task. Now, it's important to note, and especially in this market, that there's a dynamic tension between what a property is worth and what someone's opinion of value is. And so ultimately, at the end of the day, an appraisal needs to be backed up by data. What kind of data? Well, closed transactions, right? Closed transactions within the last 6 months within a 1 mile radius of the subject property. In other words, the appraiser is going to look at comparables similar to the property that you're buying to make sure that there's data that supports the value of what you're paying, right? And in a competitive market like the one we have right now, that is a little bit of a challenge, right? And here's why. Because properties are escalating above asking, sometimes 10%, 12%, as you'll know, as you'll hear from my friend Dave, it's sometimes hard to find the data, right, that they need to be able to not justify, but validate the value, right? So data drives an appraisal. Number two, the actual condition, right? They look at the actual condition of the property. Like, is this property brand new? Does this property need work, right? They look at the layout. They look at, hey, how many bedrooms does this property have versus the comparables around the area? And so the opinion of value that an appraiser gives to a report or a purchase transaction like this, it really is driven by data. Now, in contrast, Fannie and Freddie Mac or the agencies have this thing called a PIW. So put it up here, PIW, right? Also known as your property inspection waiver, right? So whenever you put 20% down or more on a transaction, you can be eligible for what's typically known as a PIW, property inspection waiver. And why is that so important? It's important because in a competitive environment, a property inspection waiver will not require you to get an appraisal in-house. So you can be a little bit more aggressive with the offer that you have at hand. So lean on your agent, lean on the people that are giving you the advice, but an appraisal at its core is an opinion of value driven by data that is going to be prepared on your behalf. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you are a buyer, first time, second time, a person that's looking to refinance, or even a real estate professional, financial advisor, or CPA, and you find this information valuable, please don't hesitate to subscribe and feel free to share this information with anyone that you think might benefit from it. Thank you again for tuning in. Talk to you soon.